What's up, YouTube? First, I want to give a shout out to Ticket TV. He did a video early today reporting this news. I'm going to put a link to the Clutch Sports article. The author of this article is Bruno Manrique. And like I said, I'm going to put a link to the article in the description box. The article basically is pretty much saying that most people in and around the NBA believe that Kevin Durant will be going to the New York Knicks after this season. From the article, Kevin Durant has been largely non-committal to a return to the Golden State Warriors, and all signs are now pointing to him leaving for the New York Knicks as an unrestricted free agent at the end of this season. According to Stephen Bondy of the New York Daily News, several NBA executives, agents, scouts, and assistant coaches believe Durant will wind up with the Knicks next season. Says Durant has a natural link with the Big Apple due to longtime friend, manager, and business partner Rick Kleiman, who hopes to one day take over the Knicks front office. Besides that, his interests in venture capitalism, business ideas, and angel investment portfolio make him a good candidate to continue his successful off-the-court career, jumping from Silicon Valley to the city that never sleeps. The Warriors forward was first linked to playing alongside Kyrie Irving in New York, who is bound to become an unrestricted free agent as well upon declining his player option this summer. The two were seen having a spirited conversation during All-Star Weekend in the halls of the Spectrum Center, which once again raised controversy over a potential team-up in New York. Most recently, ESPN's Brian Windhorst confirmed the strong ties between these two players, noting Durant talks with Irving daily. Durant had answered the All-Star hoopla, saying he owed no explanation or context for a conversation he had with, quote, one of his best friends, a link that has now been well confirmed. Um, Going into the season, I thought it was like 50-50 whether or not Durant would stay with Golden State or go elsewhere. I thought that there was a good chance that he might go to New York. There was still the possibility of the Wizards, that's his hometown area or close to it. And I also thought there was a chance he might go to the Clippers, be crosstown rivals. Well, not even crosstown, town rivals with LeBron. And everybody was kind of for a little while on that. Is he and Kawhi going to the Clippers? I don't. I'm pretty certain, like most people, he's not going to go to the Wizards, and I don't think he's interested in going to LA. But New York does seem to be a feasible option. As the article said, uh, he has an agent that has ties to New York. Durant has, in the past, expressed his admiration for the New York area. Um, it would present a challenge for him to start over. And the biggest challenge, well, not even the biggest challenge, but the biggest drive for him would be to finally shed this image that Durant left to go to Golden State to ring chase. In New York, he can be his own man and lead a team constructed around him where he's the leader and he can lead a team to an NBA championship. Now, if he played with Kyrie Irving, that would be a huge boon to that team. Like they would, like with Durant on the team already, they're a playoff caliber team. Championship, perhaps not, but they would be a playoff team. With Kyrie and Durant both healthy on a Knicks team, they would be contenders. If New York was somehow to also acquire Zion Williamson, then all of a sudden, my friends, you have a championship caliber team. And oh my God, would we see the bandwagon load up? The bandwagon that's in Golden State right now, is going across town. It's on a cross country tour, and it's just going through all the states, and its destination is New York because they're going to have a whole bunch of fake New York fans. You know, oh, I've always been a Knicks fan. Yeah, right, whatever. But during the course of the season, with what happened between him and Draymond Green, supposedly there's tension between, or some tension between Durant and some teammates. It's I would guess it's like 75-25 that this article probably accurate, and Durant probably has played not his final game, but he's in his final games as a Golden State Warrior. Um, Durant also seems to me, man, like he's the type of guy that can get a little, some guys like maybe Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, uh, Kobe Bryant to an extent. They seem like guys who are thicker skinned, um, who can dealing with teammates that they don't particularly like. Although the Shaq Kobe thing just got out of hand, but you know, I think excuse me, Kevin Durant's the type of guy, man, that he just can't deal with certain situations. You know what I'm saying? And when there's a teammate that he really does not get along with at all anymore, that can play a huge part in his decision to stay with a team or to depart. Okay, and I do think that some of it has to do with Draymond Green. Um, I think whatever Draymond Green said to Durant, I mean, we heard what he allegedly called him a bitch. But we don't know everything that he said. I do believe that whatever he said, it wasn't just what Draymond said. I think some people might even take it that Draymond was speaking for some of his teammates when he said what he said. And Durant is the type of guy, he's very sensitive. And he probably's like, okay, like suppose like some people said when they read his lips, it's like, that's why I'm out of here. I think Durant has already made up his mind that he's not returning after this year. And I think the only thought that was in his head was where he was going to go. And I think he's already made up his mind where he's going to go. I think now he might just be talking. This is my guess, okay? This is my guess. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But my guess is I think Durant probably has pretty much 90% made up his mind that he's going to go to New York. I think he's 100% made up his mind that he's not going to stay in Golden State. All right? That's just my guess. I think now what is going on is he might be talking to Kyrie Irving into leaving Boston. And I think as time moves on and we see what's going on in Boston isn't working the way that people thought it would, and the criticisms that Kyrie's getting, I think Kyrie is probably beginning to move into that direction as well, and looking at New York as a opportunity, a place where he can be appreciated. I don't think that Kyrie Irving really. I don't think the issue with Kyrie Irving is. I heard some people talk about what Kyrie and Durant are guys that couldn't deal with the pressure of New York. I don't agree with that. They're the type of guys who might complain about some shit, but if I'm a player, if I'm a New York fan, I would worry about a guy who can't deal with criticism or he hears criticisms and it affects his play. There are some guys like that. Durant might be sensitive. He might be an angry New York Knickerbocker. But if he's out there putting up 30 points a game, killing motherfuckers, do you really give a fuck if he's disgruntled or if he's angry? He's playing angry, and it's effective. Same with Kyrie Irving. I don't see how criticism ever affects his play. He might, bitch about shit to the media, but he's still out there, balling. And that's all that matters to me if I'm a New York Knicks fan. But that's my take on that, man. But tell me what you guys think.